Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, I wanted to have a Friday upload for you guys. Been a little bit busy this week, not gonna lie. Been helping my parents out with Vacation Bible School. Hence the shirt, Team Jesus. Shout out to Mom and Dad, by the way, you guys rock. And also shout out to Jesus, he's awesome, he's my Lord and Savior. But anyway, I wanted to do just a quick July pickups video, just showing off what I got in the month of July. Alright, so let's get started. Got a couple cool things. So first up is a little game called Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's currently my game of the year for 2025. I don't know if it'll be dethroned by anything coming out later this year. Probably not. I've been waiting for a new Donkey Kong game for quite a while, and I did finish this game a couple weeks ago. Review's still coming, by the way, guys. Just haven't had time to work on it. But got some thoughts, both good and not so good. But overall, I still love this game, even with its issues. It does have some polish issues, unfortunately, but it's still an amazing game. The Odyssey team really hit it out of the park with this one, and just a reason to own the Switch 2 in general. So if you have a Switch 2, definitely pick this up. And I mean, if you're interested in getting the Switch 2 for this, even with the crazy prices of the console and whatever else, this might be a system seller, I'd say. This is a very, very good game, even despite its problems. Definitely the pros outweigh the cons on this one. Love this game. But okay. Next up, I did also pick up Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection. Growing up, I was a big fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, especially the first season with the Yugi and the Gang, or I guess the first series with Yugi and the Gang. I kind of fell off when GX, 5Ds, whatever else came out. But really, with the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, that was my childhood. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! So this is a cool little collection of 14 games from the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance. Not gonna lie, a lot of the games are pretty similar, and that is one of the problems with this collection. But even so, I mean, 14 games for 20 bucks, really a good deal. Some of these are actually like a little bit different, like they're like RPGs, turn-based RPGs, kind of like Pokemon, actually. Or I guess, yeah, kind of like Pokemon. Not exactly the same, but kinda, maybe closer to the trading card game, like the Game Boy game, the trading card game. And the cool thing about this too is it came with a card. A collectible card just for picking it up. So yeah, I was pretty happy to add this to the collection for 20 bucks. And yeah, next up I did pick up Shadow Labyrinth for the Nintendo Switch 1. You might wonder why I got this for the Switch 1 instead of the Switch 2, considering the Switch 2 is more powerful. Well, the thing about this is that on Switch 2, it's a code in the box. There's no actual cartridge, not even a game key card, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I will talk about that in a future video about game key cards, probably sometime next week that'll go out, as it's been a big issue going on with the Switch 2 as a whole in just every game. But the issue with this one is, this is not, on Switch 2 it's a code in the box. There is a free upgrade path, however, if you buy the Switch 1 version. You can just download the free upgrade for the Switch 2, pop this card in, and you're playing the Switch 2 version with the full game on the card. It doesn't hold the Switch 2 upgrade, but it does at least have the entire game on the card, which is great. I haven't really played this a lot yet. I do know it's like a Metroidvania, and those are, pretty up my alley there. I love Metroidvanias. So definitely looking forward to check this out when I have some more time. But yeah, that's Shadow Labyrinth. Definitely, for 30 bucks, Metroidvania, pretty cheap in today's day. you know, might be worth a pickup. I do hear good things about this game. It's not perfect, but I hear great things. So next up, I did pick up Tony Hawk 3 and 4 for the PS5. Again, with the Switch 2, it's a code in the box, so that was a skip for me. And there's no free upgrade for the Switch version for the Switch 2. So again, pass for me there. So I wanted this game fully on disc, if given the option. And this is why I got the PS5 version. It's really just a great game. Again, haven't had a lot of time to play this, but you know, it's similar to the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake for 3 and 4. Weirdly enough, 4 does not have the mission structure that it had of the original. It's closer to like the older Pro Skaters. So it's more of like a remake than a remaster in that way, but still really cool. I grew up a lot with Tony Hawk 3. My dad and my uncle actually got me into the series because they were big on skateboarding at the time. So that's the reason I picked this up. That's the reason I got into Tony Hawk in general, and then eventually picked this up and the other Tony Hawks that I've played. Definitely just a great series of games, and I'm glad to have I guess a new one, technically new, not exactly, it's a remake. But I'm glad to have a new one in 2025, and I hope they continue the series with maybe like an Underground 1 and Underground 2 remake. I don't know, maybe we'll see, Activision, Microsoft. But I would like to see that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Tony Hawk 3 and 4, definitely cool to have on PS5. And then I also got Death Stranding 2 on the beach for the PS5. I have not played through the entirety of the first Death Stranding yet, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting into this game once I've completed Death Stranding 1. I have the director's cut on my PS5, I just haven't had a chance to play it, just life. But I hear this is way better than the first one. They really like refined things, and it's closer to like that Metal Gear feel, I guess closer to Metal Gear Solid 5 than some of than the previous Death Stranding. So this is more of what the fans wanted, and I just hear it's a great game in general. So yeah, definitely looking forward to getting into this when I have some time. Weirdly enough, my case has a little bit of a defect. I don't know why you can tell on the camera, but the plastic, the like clear plastic on the outside is overlapping the outer plastic. It's just something weird that this case does. I think it's just the way it was manufactured. Not a big deal, but just something kind of funny that I noticed when I got it. It's just off center, but pretty funny regardless. So then that's what I got in terms of new games. But I also got some pre-owned games from GameStop. And the thing about GameStop is it's kind of a crapshoot. Sometimes you're gonna get a case and sometimes you're not if you buy a pre-owned game from them. And sometimes if you buy new games, you don't even get them actually new, they're open, but that's a whole different can of worms. As for the games I ordered from GameStop, they had buy two get one free sale for their Pro Week towards the beginning of July, and I was like, wow, okay, let me see what I can pick up. And they actually had Switch 2 games in stock, some stuff that I just didn't pick up at launch just because of the price, was waiting for it to go down in price. So okay, for Switch 2, I got Rune Factory Guardians of Ozma for the Switch 2. And the cool thing about this cart, it actually has the Switch 1 version on the cart. So if you pop this into the Switch 1, you can play the Switch 1 version. If you pop it in the Switch 2, it's the Switch 2 version. Really cool. It doesn't require any updates. It does have some weird like glitch where it wants you to update it, but you don't have to. But one thing also cool about this is in 2025, believe it or not, you actually have a manual, and it's a pretty thick manual, which is really cool. Just really cool to see that in 2025. full color too, and was really happy to see that. And I was happy to see that it came complete. I also got Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition for the Switch 2. Again, haven't had a lot of time to play this yet, but I hear this is a great port, great version of the game. It's not perfect, but for the Switch 2 it's really cool. And again, that came complete with the stickers and the letter, which is really cool. Was really happy to have that in the collection. And then lastly, I got Doom: The Dark Ages for the PS5. Unfortunately, this is one of those game key carts, or I guess in this case a game key disc, in the sense that it does require an update. Again, I'll talk more about that in a future video, but this does require an internet install to play the game at all. There's no actual data on the disc. The disc is just a key, basically. You have to have this connected to the internet, so in the future, if the servers go down, you could just not play this game unless you have it installed to the console. I'm not a fan of that, but I did decide to pick this up because I am a fan of the Doom 2016 remake that they did, as well as Doom Eternal, and this is the third game in that style. So I definitely wanted to play this. Haven't had a chance yet, but I do hear good things. And getting it for a decent price and a buy two get one, I could kind of justify it. Again, it sucks that I could potentially not have access to this one day, but I did still want to play it. And like I said, getting it for that discounted price, I could somewhat justify it. Not that I'm happy about it, but I could somewhat justify it given that it was a cheap enough price. But yeah, that's gonna do it for my pickups, guys. Let me know what you guys picked up in the month of July. I did previously do a video on my pickups that I got at CCAG. That was also in July. I didn't include that in this video because I thought it would have been kind of overlapping. But I will put a link in the description if you're interested to watch that. There was some really cool stuff that I got from that convention. There's some stuff that I've already got in the month of August that, now we're in August, so that wouldn't be eligible for this type of video. But yeah, let me know what you guys picked up in July. Were there any cool things you got in this month? Did you think I don't know, did you like what I picked up? Did you find it interesting? Have you tried any of these games? And do you recommend anything that came out in July that I just haven't gotten? Or that came out of this year that I haven't gotten, or previously, or whatever. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Let me know your thoughts, and if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. It would really help out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.